Okay, so now we're going to complete the last part of ADOC 8. I'm going to share my screen here and see if it is done. So here I tried. So we're going to complete conditional functions. So here, like I said, conditional functions are allowed to perform a logical test. Like we're gonna have to use based on criteria. I don't know if that makes sense. Or to for example, a function that we're going to allow us to, for example, evaluate the set data in that set of data, which element meets certain a certain criteria, how many element meets a certain criteria. For example, list of grades is that the is 80%, for example. How many people, how many like among those grades, how many are equal 80, for example. So in the if function to decide if it is above, for example, 80, we can say it is pass. And let's say it's pass. Or if it's above and below percent, we can say that the student failed. But let's go ahead and use the if formula here. If formula. The logical test, we can say, for example, here we have the price of different items. So we can say, for example, let's say if the price of that item, the sale price is above 39%, to $39, it is a bestseller. And if it is lower than that, um, then it's a failure. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is prayer. Uh, go ahead and hit 39, seller, value false. Let's say failure. Okay. And now we close the bracket. We see that it is a failure because here it is below the $39 threshold. But we can use, if we want to know the answer for those three other items, we can use the Kyoto Philando and see which one is the best seller. This is the blue shirt here. The second one, 45.99 is above 39. 40.29 is above 39. But the last one, 34.54 is below $39, so it's a failure. But I'm going to remove this since we're going to um, seems I'm gonna have to perform our calculation, so I'm going to limit this here. So we're going to use the sum function. The sum function is like the sum function, but like there is a condition here. For example, here we have a set of blue shirts. If, for example, we want to know like the total sum of the total price of the different items, we can use like we can write equal sum and take the range of this and get the total sum. But we want, for example, the total sum for only the sum for only the brochure, for example. So this is for in this it is in these cases that the sum function comes into play. So let's go into the function. The function range. The range here it's here where there's the description, the red shirt, the different items here, and we go criteria is let's say red shirt. See red shirt. It's a red shirt, comma, and some range. It is this one, and we close it, and we get 70.51. So basically, we're getting like the sum of the right of the red shirt only here. Let me see if that makes sense. Ratio 30, 52, 30 to 22, ratio here 40, 70, 70, 40, 40, 49, 50, 51. Yes, that's the right answer. So the average each function is the same. It is the same thing basically. It is like the average function but with another condition. So for example, if we want to get the average of all the data set here for the average price, we're going to add all of the use the average function with this range. But since here, for example, we have a condition, we can say we want the average price for only the blue shirts. Since so we can go here and write average g function here, and the range here would be this one. The criteria would be blue shirt, and the average range would be this one. This is where we're going to get average, and it would be 40.265. So this is how we can do that. So we're going to use the lambda counting function. For example, we use the counting function if you want to determine among all the items, for example, how many like in the range, we only want the number of blue shirts. If we use the count function only, we're going to get like the total number of items. And here, therefore, but among those, there are different types of red shirts and blue shirts, and we only want, for example, let's say the blue shirts. So we're going to have there are two blue shirts here and two red shirts, but we want the blue shirts only. So it's going to be only the blue shirts. So let's write here, countif, and the range here will be this one, and the criteria will be blue shirts. Blue shirt. And it is two. There are only two blue shirts here. So this is an idea of what we have to do here. Let's go to a real world example. Going to zoom out. Okay. Here, here we may need, for example, if we want to use the average function here. If we want to use the average function here, we can say we want to know the number of A students who have a grade on exam one, which is greater than 80%. We average like the student who have a grade above. We want to know the average grade of the students who have a grade which is greater than 80%. So let's say we have 20 students, 20 students during the exam one who have a grade greater than superior to 80%. We're going to take the grades, the total of the grade divided by 20. That's what we want to know. This is the idea here. So we're going to use the average function. Average function, and the range here will be this one, shift control down, shift control down. And we need a criteria, and the criteria would be a grade that is superior to a grade that is superior to a grade that is superior to 80% to 80. So next will be the average range. So we're going to take the same thing here. Okay, I figured there will be something like that. Okay. So let me go back here and see what is happening. So the range here. The range here will be this one. The range here will be because we are going to use this. It says a grade greater than 80, and the average range here would be average range would be this one. Average range here would be this one. Okay, so this is what we get. This is what we get. So we use this. So here the average and this part, the range will be this, all this, and the criteria is a grade that is superior or superior to 8%, and the average range will be the same column here. Okay, now we're going to use for example, if we want to use let's say the count if function, we want to determine like how many students during on the final exam got a grade that is superior or equal to 70, for example. We're going to use the counting function here. So let's go ahead and write counting function. So the range here would be this one. This is the range. Next, and the criteria will be a grade that is superior equal to 70%. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. Okay, I didn't write. I have a minus sign somewhere here. So it should be 29. So we have 29 students during the final exam who got a grade superior or equal to um, superior or equal to um, to 70. So I think a function okay, so let's say student scores. Let's say that here, for example, in this cell, let's say, for example, we're going to use further, we're going to use one last function, a function here, to complete this adduct. I don't really remember which cell we have to use it, but let's say we're going to do that here. I hope it is fine. Here we have to, for example, let's say we want to determine how many students pass, like pass the class, and we're going to evaluate to determine that we're going to evaluate like the overall grade for the semester. So we're going to use this column. Let's say write if function. So the logical test. So let's say this one is superior. Let's say for example, we want a passing grade of 70. So let's say this one is greater than 70. That's 70. And it will value if true. So it will be pass, and value if fail, value if false, it will be fail. Just like that. Okay. I think I missed everything. Okay. I think let's say try something here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, so what I'm going to do here is to let's say I'm going to use here. I'm going to create like a new column as fail, as fail, as fail, and I'm going to yes, and I want to determine here how many students pass the class with like by knowing that the passing grade is 70%. So logical test will be this one. Is it greater than 70%? Equal. If true, value is true, it will be pass. Value if false will be fail. Fail. So you know that this guy passed because his grade here is greater than 70%. But we can use the fee handle, the auto fee handle here to determine for the rest of the class. And a lot of them, yes, I would say most of them pass to the class. So that's basically what we have here. I think when you do the summary function, I don't see how I'm going to do that. In the video, it didn't do that. I didn't understand why. I tried to think of a way of doing that, but I couldn't find one. So I think I'm going to stop here. So this is basically what we're gonna have to do. I hope my explanations were clear enough and you could understand what I was saying. I know my voice is not very good, like for this kind of recording, but I tried to explain the way I saw it. So I hope it works. Thank you, sir, and I see you in class.